Hello, hello. So I thought I would give you something practical to work with because I am aware that not everyone has access to $3,000 for coaching. And a lot of people do want to change who they are being with regards to food and their body. And you might be like, what the hell? I know I can change, but I don't know how, and I don't have the money, all that stuff. Been there, done that too. And as beauty and amazingness would have it, I am working with an amazing being that is sick and tired of being sick and tired of doing the same old when it comes to food. So, what I am working on with her, because it goes in increments, right? You won't get from, I'm in New Zealand, so this is easier for me. I wanted to do an American metaphor, analogy type thing, but I'm not so familiar with everything in the States. So, you won't get to Queenstown from Auckland within 5 minutes. Maybe this is even also not a really good example, but you know what I mean, because this is where I'm going with it. If you have been the person, the state of being that has been choosing the foods and the behavior, and you have been being your personality so far, has proven to you that it doesn't have a lot of discipline when it comes to food, well, then the first thing for you to do is figure out, who am I? What do I think about myself? Because the amazing thing is, who you are now, that is not the same person as who you will be tomorrow. You can choose it to be with making exactly the same choices and everything, but you don't have to. So, different people, different ways, but this is how it can work. I know this from my own experience, and I also know this because Bashar teaches it. Bashar says, in every single moment, we're moving from parallel realities to parallel realities. It is your attachment, he uses a different word, to your self definition that makes it seem as if you are constantly living the same thing. But if you release your attachment to your self definition, which is your personality, then you will have a different experience and even you will have a different history. You will be a different person. I remember I really got this viscerally when because I heard it after I quit smoking. So a version of me used to smoke a lot, like ridiculous. I seriously cannot imagine having been a smoker, which also makes sense because this is what Bashar said about it. He says the person that quit smoking is not the same person as was smoking, as smoked. It's a completely different person with a different history and different everything. So, also with you, with your eating habits, you can step into, morph into, jump into, however you want to see it, a different version of you for whom the food habits are completely different. And I can tell you, the version that I am now, and I would have never expected to be here where I am, is I can look at cookies, chips, cakes, the most beautiful looking and delicious looking. And I can even feel how it tastes when I would put my teeth in it. I like croissants and all of this stuff. I can look at it and think, no, I don't want it. Because this version of me knows how shitty she feels after. Like literally, my body doesn't like it. It's underwhelming, even. Also, because my taste buds have changed massively. That's something for a different conversation, perhaps. So, this is my tip for you. And this is what I do with my lovely client as well. First, figure out, who are you? Who is this version of you that is making these choices? Because I can tell you, this version of you that's making these choices has some shit going on internally. She doesn't feel very valued and enough and worthy. And how do I know? Because of the food choices that you're making. If you make shitty food choices, you feel shitty about yourself deep down. It is just the way it is. We can have a discussion about it. We can also not do it, because I know for a fact that this is how it works. And when you get to have compassion for that part of you, so first you figure out, who have you been being? Who are you? Who does this? Who are you? And then have compassion and so much love and care for that part of you that is trying to eat emotions away, because that is what's going on. You have learned at one point in your life that emotions and feeling shit could be solved with eating. Usually sugary foods, depends on what your caregivers fed you with whenever you were feeling shit, or they were doing themselves and you copied it, because that's usually where it starts, in your very young years. So that's the first thing that you can focus on. And I will definitely give you some more tips, like what to do, how to get there. The most important thing is have compassion for you and lots of love, and cry. Cry as much as you need to, because it is all about releasing pent up energy that is literally a part of an old you. And when you release that, you make space for a new you. Okay, this is it for now. Wishing you a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next. Ciao.